Hello friends, welcome to Coding Host YouTube channel. In this video, I will explain you lead code problem, rotate image. So in this question, we have a matrix representing an image and we have to rotate the image by 90 degrees clockwise. So we have to modify the given 2D matrix and we cannot allocate another 2D matrix. So in the example 1, you can see that we have these columns 147, 258 and 369. So after rotation by 90 degree, so this first column will become the first row, then this second column will become the second row and this third column will become the third row, but they are in the reverse order. So how we can do this? So first I will take two for loops for int I equal to 0 and I less than matrix dot length and I plus plus. Now in this for loop I will take another for loop for int j equal to I and j less than matrix of 0 dot length and j plus plus. Now in this for loop what I will do is I will swap the elements. So int temp equal to matrix of I of j and matrix of I of j is equal to matrix of j of I and matrix of j of I is equal to this temp variable. Now let's do the transpose of matrix. So this for loop will start. So I will start from 0. So I is starting from index 0 and I is less than matrix dot length. Yes, so matrix dot length means how many rows we have in this matrix. So we have 3 rows. So I is 0 and it is less than matrix dot length. Yes, then it will check here inside the second for loop for int j equal to I. So index of j will become 0 because we are starting it from I. So I is 0 and j is also 0. Then it will check here j is less than matrix 0 dot length. So matrix 0 dot length means how many columns in this matrix. So we have 3 columns in this matrix. So yes, j is less than matrix 0 dot length. Then it will swap the elements between these indexes I and j and I. But here you can see that value of I and j is equal 0 and 0. So here element is 1. So this element will not get swapped with any element. It will remain as it is. After that is j plus plus. So j will become 1. So now it will check here j is less than matrix 0 dot length. Yes. So now it will swap the elements between index 0 and 1 with element 1 and 0. So at index 0 and 1. So 0 and 1 element is 2. And at index 1 and 0. So 1 and 0 element is 4. So 4 will get swapped with 2. So here we will get 4 and here we will get 2 and 1 has remained as it is. After that j will increment, so j plus plus. So now j will become 2. So now it will check j is less than matrix 0 dot length. Yes, j is 2. Then it will swap the elements between these indexes 0 and 2 with index 2 and 0. So at index 0 and 2 we have this element 3 and at index 2 and 0 we have element 7. So these two element will get swapped. So here we will get this element and here we will get this element. After that j will increment. So now it will again check here j is less than matrix 0 dot length. So no, so this inside for loop will break. I will increment, so I will become 1. So it will check here 1 is less than matrix dot length. Yes, then it will again go inside this second for loop. So now j will start from I. So it's mean that j will start from 1. So now it will swap the elements between this indexes 1 and 1. So at index 1 and 1 we have 5. So 5 will remain as it is and it will not get swapped. After that j will increment, so j will become 2. So now it will swap the elements between these indexes 1 and 2 with 2 and 1. So at index 1 and 2 we have 6 and at index 2 and 1 we have 8. So 6 and 8 will get swapped. So here we will get 6 and here we will get 8. After that j plus plus, so j will become 3 and when it will check here j is less than matrix 0 dot length. So that time this inside for loop will break and after that I plus plus, so I will become 2 here. Then it will check I is less than matrix dot length. Yes, then it will go inside this second for loop. So this second for loop will also start from 2 because j is equal to I. So now j will start from 2. So now it will swap the elements with index 2 and 2. So that index 2 and 2 element is 9. So 9 will not get a swap and it will remain as it is. After that j will increment. So j will become 3. So that time this inside for loop will break. And I will also increment. So I will also become 3 and this outside for loop will also break. But you can see that after transposing our matrix we are not getting the same output which we have to get. So you can see that 7 8 9 has become the last column and we have to make it first column, and this 1 2 3 has become first column and we have to make it last column. So after these two for loops I will again take some for loops. So what I will do is I will reverse every row. So suppose this row is 1 4 7. So after reversing it will become 7 4 1, and the second row 2 5 8 will become 8 5 2, and this last row 3 6 9 will become 9 6 3. So after reversing every row we will get the same output which we have to make. We have to start this for loop for int I equal to 0 and I less than matrix dot length and I plus plus. Now inside this for loop I will take two variables, int left equal to 0 and right equal to matrix of 0 dot length minus 1. So left index it will start from here at index 0, and the right index it will start from matrix of 0 dot length minus 1. We will get 2 in this r variable, so it is our right index. And after that I will take while loop while left is less than r, and inside this while loop I will swap the elements between I of left with I of r, and we will increment our left variable and we will decrement our right variable. So I is starting from 0. I will remain 0 for the first row, and then for the columns, so left column index is 0 and right column index is 2. So here we will swap the elements between indexes 0 and 0 and 0 and 2. So at index 0 and 0 we have 1, and at index 0 and 2 we have 7. So after swapping 1 and 7 will get swapped. So here we will get 7 and here we will get 1. So same will happen for every row. So now let's run this program. So you can see that this program is working fine, and let's submit our program. So you can see that our program has submitted successfully. Thanks for watching.